Hey, what's up, guys? This is Benny Ricciardi with rotocurve.com, and I'm here with our Tuesday and DraftKings NBA video for February 2nd. We're going to talk about three guys who we really like tonight that we think should be the cornerstones of all the rosters that you're building. So let's call up this slideshow and talk about the three guys we like and why we like them. The three guys we're going to talk about today are Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota, Dwayne Wade from the Miami Heat, and Jabari Parker from the Milwaukee Bucks. Karl Anthony Towns is favored in a game with a 202 total versus the LA Lakers. The Lakers have a pretty weak interior defense, so it should be a good spot here for Towns. Towns has actually been on fire lately. His minutes have pumped up to near 33 minutes per game over his last 7. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they're playing him and Dang together right now. Pekovic is coming off the bench, and Kevin Garnett has been kind of banged up. So at the moment, they're seeing more minutes going to guys like Towns and guys like Dang, both of who I think are in play tonight. Towns is averaging just shy of 50 fantasy points per game over his last 7. So he's definitely been putting up some big numbers. And even with the price jump up to 7,800, he's still a little cheaper than what his averages say he should be, with him averaging basically over 6x for the last 2 weeks. He's had double-doubles now in 6 of his last 7 games. The one game that he missed a double-double, he actually wound up with 14 points and 9 rebounds. So he's averaging over a double-double over these last 2 weeks, probably closer to 13 or 14 rebounds he's averaging with right around 20 points. The guy who can put up those kind of numbers is going to put up some big fantasy numbers every day, especially when he's in a really good matchup like he is today against the Lakers. Next guy we're going to talk about is Dwayne Wade. He's in a paced-up game versus the Houston Rockets with the 205 total, and he's going to draw a non-existent James Harden defense on the other side. Wade has gone 5.5x or better in each of his last 7 games, with a couple 7x games thrown in there as well. So not only has he been consistent, but he's also been giving you the upside you need for a tournament. His averages over the last 4 games, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks per game. Those are some absolutely sick numbers across the board that he's been putting up. His usage and his minutes are up now with Hassan Whiteside out, and he's definitely been helping to carry the load for this Miami Heat team. The last guy we want to talk about today is Jabari Parker at 5,300. He's in a game against Portland with a 204 total. Portland is very weak inside. We've been picking on Portland big men pretty much all season, so I'm not going to stop doing it here with Parker. He's gone 4.8x or better in 9 of his last 12 starts, so he's giving you great consistency if you want to use him in a cash game. He's now up to the point where he's averaging over 34 minutes per game in those 12 games, and he's been a very consistent producer, putting up around 24 to 35 fantasy points per game over this time. He contributes across the board in all 5 stat categories. He'll get you, 6 or 7 rebounds, give you 2 or 3 assists to go with it, a steal and a block, and he's putting up double-digit scoring points in all these games as well. So if you have a guy that's scoring double digits, grabbing some rebounds, getting some assists, some steals, some blocks, playing about 34 minutes a game, and you can still get him at only $5,300, that's a really good deal that you're going to be able to get him on. None of these guys are overly expensive. The 3 guys that we mentioned here will cost you about $20,000 worth of your salary cap and leave you about $30,000 left to fill in the other 5 spots. That's about $6,000 per player, so you can go and get maybe one $4,000 player, go up and pay for an $8,000 player, and then get a couple guys in that 6 or 7 mid-range that could really help you win a tournament today. Now, it is a small slate. We do only have 5 games that are going. Every one of these games has a total over 200, and none of them have a spread that's higher than 9.5. So we do think this is a good spot and should be a good night for daily fantasy. Like we said, we're really happy that the NBA has gone away from some of these 3 and 4 game slates. A 5-game slate is still towards the lower end, but it at least gives you enough options where there's not going to be huge overlap, on every player. There are going to be some guys who you probably see at 50, 60% owned tonight. But again, you're still going to be able to get to the top as long as you pick a good player at each position and, try to use the other positions that other people aren't on to be the way to beat, everybody else that you're competing against tonight. It looks to be more a GPP night than a cash night for me. But again, we can still make some money no matter what. You just got to take whatever slate that you're given. So thank you guys for joining us here at rotocurve.com. Be sure to head over to the site and check out some of the tools that we have available. Josh Kalachi, my partner, does a really good job putting some of those tools together. Things that'll highlight which are the best games to target for you, who has the best DVP matchups, whole slew of information that's available over there for you guys, and it's all free. So make sure to get over to rotocurve.com and check it out. Thank you for joining us here, and as always, stay classy, DFS.